Well, we got another project in the shop here. Not mine, thankfully, even though I have an affinity for all things Yamaha, and especially 5-valve Yamaha. 87 FZR1000. Don't know a whole lot about it, other than the fact it came from Pt.1. Previous owner obviously liked gold because he put gold. He replaced all the Yamaha bolts with gold ones. So yeah, he had an affinity for gold. It's got a nice tinted windshield. They are the factory mirrors. Bodywork is in really good shape, except for right here. And I have the piece for that, but I think what happened was they tried to drain the brake reservoir because they thought the brakes were stuck, which they probably are. And when the bike was put on the side stand over there, the brake fluid ran down in the fairing, peeled the paint, and probably led to the failure of that piece there at that point. Got a little broken tab off the front fender here, not a big deal. Looks like we had a little oil leak while it was sitting here on the stand. Chain's kind of rusty, but it'll clean up. Looks like a smaller than stock rear sprocket. For some reason, it's got tabs for a rear stand on it, which it didn't come with. And for some reason, it's got a gold clutch cover and a gold valve cover, which the only things that came with those were FZ750s. FZ750 cases are identical to FZR1000 cases, as I know, because I have an FZ750 with a 1000 motor. So hopefully, when I take the fairings off of this, it is a 1000 that somebody just decided to change clutch cover, valve cover for appearance sake, and it's not an FZ750 swap. It's got stainless steel brake line back here. I didn't really look at the front yet. This caliper was seized solid. That's why I had to take it off, just to be able to move the bike around a little bit. So yeah, all in all, bodywork looks pretty good. It's all there. That the fairing frame up here should be black. It didn't come with fully adjustable front forks like that either. Back in '87. And if you ask how I know all these things, I have a real affinity for all things 5-valve Yamaha. There's one up there in 1987 that was turned into a low 9-second drag bike by my brother and I. So yeah, so that's part one. That's what you bought, Scott. Job number one redone. Rear caliper rebuilt. Wheel freed up. All these nasty 4-pot fronters are seized up as well, so it's a full rebuild on these, I guess. Needless to say, some of them are in pretty rough shape. Got them all out though. Reconditioned brake pads. Front end will be good to go. Well, we're back here on day 2 of FZR1000 dismantling. I can confirm that it is a 1000 motor and not a 750. A lot of aftermarket jury rig going on here. That is not the stock fuel pump. That is not the stock shock. That is not the top triple tree either on this bike. Not the stock fuel controller or choke. The carbs over here. Somebody's done some work on them at one point because all the bolts are changed. And if you can see there, I'm not really sure those wood screws are factory. Nor is this choke setup is not factory either. So anyway, we'll tear into it here and see what we got. We have a really neat mismatch of bolts Here we got some gold. Yeah, they're aluminum too, I guess. And some other cheap aluminum silver ones from China. I know because I have a box of them. It's got a fuel oil pressure gauge on it. That's kind of cool. And a Vance and Hines pipe that doesn't have enough room to take the filter off. Just barely. Just barely you can get the filter out of it. So, yeah, it's got FZR gold shit all over it. Either that or they painted it. Something else, the wheels were originally white. They're supposed to be red on an 87 FZR1000. These are white ones, so they'd be off an 88 FZR1000. And then they painted them black. So, pretty poorly too. It's got no coolant in it. Yeah. So, anyway, time will tell.